Nigeria is a land rich in tourism potential and agriculture. Insecurity ravaging the state notwithstanding. One of the agri-products that the state is reputed for is Irish potato. In a journalist hangout weekend special, Babajide Kolade Otitoju explores the pains, gains, and boundless potential of Irish potato farming for the state and indeed Nigeria. Here is the story.
Irish potato, also known as white potato, is one of the world's most famous and enduring vegetables. It is delicious, easy to prepare, and offers tremendous health benefits. It is particularly noted for aiding digestive health, heart health, energy boost, immune system support, and weight management. This humble and versatile vegetable can be prepared and consumed in various forms, including being boiled, fried, mashed, roasted, baked, being made into potato swallow, potato pancake, and potato soup. Nigeria is Africa's biggest Irish potato producer, accounting for about 3.9 million tons a year, followed by Ethiopia with 2.9 million tons and Egypt with 1.5 million tons. It is grown in Bakori local government area of Katsina State, Kudan local government in Kaduna State, Obudu in Cross River State, and Plateau State in Nigeria's north central. Plateau State is Nigeria's biggest Irish potato producer. It is grown in ample quantities in such local governments as Bokos, Riyom, Barikin-Ladi, Jos South, and Jos East, as well as Mangu, to mention but a few. I visited Latidu, Jos South local government area of Plateau State, where I met James, an Irish potato farmer. He has planted a new high-yield variety of potato. He tells me about the best time to plant it.
From ending of February or early May.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the best time to plant.
The best time. When some people plant it, maybe from March, they start watering it first before rainfall.
Okay.
Yes.
James says with effective irrigation methods, Irish potato can grow in dry season. It was such a learning curve for me speaking with James.
That's I get water.
Okay, you have the lake here.
Yes, but from down here.
Okay.
Not from here, but we are calling for the government to. Because it's the government that do it from here, but the water didn't reach here. So we are calling maybe if the government will help us and come and drop it from here again. These people here will get the water and do the dry season farm.
Okay,
yes.
Dry season farm.
Yes.
So, are you saying Irish potato can be grown all the year round?
Yes.
This water?
Both dry and rainy season.
Okay.
You can plant
if there is sufficient water.
Yes.
It needs water, but it doesn't like too much water.
Yes.
Yes. I'm really learning today.
It tells me how government can help stimulate agri-production.
If government can help people, maybe the younger ones, so that they can start this farming business.
They should encourage young people.
Yes. That's a major problem here.
A lot of young people don't want to get involved.
Yeah, they want to get involved, but they
need encouragement.
And they need capital. It's lack of the money. Even this variety,
yes,
I get it through ICP. It's ICP that give me this. I get help from them to give me good variety.
How much does it cost?
No,
you get it for free?
It's for free.
From them?
For free, yes.
ICP?
Yes. That's the International Center for Potato.
Potato farm?
Yes.
It's based in Jos, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So how long does it take for Irish potato to be ripe for harvest?
Irish potato like this, the marabel, take time about 75 to 80 days.
75 to 80 days.
Yeah,
but right now, they are beginning. People are beginning to harvest it. James has shown us that his people value farming. He is an example of commitment to agri-production in this part of Nigeria. From Latitud, I went to High Pank, Barkinladi, the local government area, also in Plateau State. I met with Madam Agnes in the thick of harvest of Irish potato. She told me she had been an active farmer for more than 20 years. She is grateful for good harvest this year. Have you finished harvesting the Irish potato?
No, sir, I never finished.
No, you still have some left?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But this is a whole bag.
No, it's more than that.
It's more than a bag. How many years have you been farming Irish potato?
It has been long. It's more than 20 years.
So you can see they've harvested a lot of Irish potato. Come with me. See a lot of Irish potato already harvested, and they are waiting to evacuate them so that they can sell to willing buyers. The Irish potato is growing side by side with soybeans. You can see the farm. See how lush green. We've already begun to plant groundnut behind us, as well as cocoyam. Irish potato is cheaper in rural areas but more expensive in urban centers. This is due mainly to transport costs. Farmers face different problems like disease outbreak, lack of access to high-quality seeds, and irregular rainfall patterns, all of which affect crop growth and yield. Here in Bokos local government area of Plateau State, the farmers are happy that this has been a year of impressive harvest, but they complain about lack of fertilizers to boost production and the recurring problem of insecurity.
I've been farming Irish many years. Even this place, is more than 10 years that I used to come and farm here. So the years back is not like these years that they are stealing the potatoes. And the problem of fertilizer is the most important one, because fertilizer now is very difficult to get it. We see the fertilizer, but the money is very high. No, we have not get fertilizer from government. We used to buy it. So fertilizer is the most problem, and the insecurity myself. And also those that they used to come and give a farm for us, like this year, they said that mining is better than them time to come and farm.
I have been planting our orange for more than 10 years. So the problem or the challenges that we are facing, truly insecurity. Most especially these Fulani people, when you plant your farm, they will come and destroy everything. And really, we know that fertilizer is very costly. And before you get the money to buy fertilizer is something. So at least we are calling upon the government to look into this and help the farmers. Most especially some of the people, they are not more in their villages because of the insecurity.
Just because the way, the way things are moving. So last year I will thank God because I harvested a lot of Irish, but this year it was not like good for me because the way things are, fertilizer and the drugs that I can take care of the Irish with it, they are too cost and they are too hard for me. You can go and plant your Irish and Fulani will go and chase you there, take you out of the farm. But you have already farmed the Irish. You are here to harvest it and you cannot harvest it because of the enemies. So that's the challenging we are facing. If the government can do anything for us and help us, and we will be grateful.
However, increasing use of modern technologies such as mechanization, improved seed varieties, and irrigation will stimulate greater Irish potato production, enable food security, generate employment, and trigger economic growth. Experts say Nigeria can become a net exporter of Irish potatoes with the right government support and policies.
All right, well done, BKO. What are your takeaways from that report?
Yeah, I discovered that women in Plateau State are very hardworking. Most of these farms are owned by women. And they actively work on those farms. So I interacted with quite a number of them. I'm happy that this year they have impressive yield, and the price actually came down from 160,000 to 44,000 at a point, and in places like Bokos, it even came down because, to about 30,000. So you can imagine from 160,000 to 30,000. That's impressive, and I just hope that we can continue along that path. Nigeria is Africa's largest Irish potato producer. We do on the average 3.9 million metric tons a year. We are followed by Ethiopia that does 2.9 million metric tons, you know, and Egypt that does 1.5. But all of these countries are exporters of Irish potato. Yet Nigeria is not really known as an exporter of the produce. So I think that we should take agriculture more seriously. In the 60s, we didn't put all our eggs in one basket. Today, we are putting all our eggs in the crude oil basket. If we can stimulate greater agri-production, we will earn money from cash crops. And Irish potato is one of those cash crops that we can actually capitalize on to earn more foreign exchange. So I think that that's something that government can look at, because there's a lot of potential there, in my view.
All right, Adeoye, I mean, you heard some of the farmers asking for government intervention, especially in the areas of funding and fertilizers.
Yes. And they also spoke about security. Because if you look at the local government that were listed, we have discussed here about security challenges that they have, especially back in Ladi. You know, so I think it's something that government really needs to look into. Potatoes is a global brand. I don't think there's any country in the world, or 200 countries, where people will not eat potatoes because of its value. It's very rich in vitamin C and also potassium, which is good for the nervous system and also for the heart. So I think it's an essential food item that if we have the right government input, Nigeria can become a net exporter of potatoes. I recall that it was brought into this country, I think, in the 19th century by missionaries. You know, they went to Jos, and then they started planting the potatoes to feed the British troops that were stationed in West Africa. So since that time, it has, you know, Nigeria has become a major, especially in Plateau State. I think later Kaduna and some parts of Benue. But Plateau is the actual food basket. So I think government should invest, you know, in this kind of agro potential. And it shows clearly that we should look beyond oil all the time. If we can invest in certain areas like potatoes, I think Nigeria will be able to. We shouldn't just leave it to the level of subsistence farming. You know, we can have mechanized farming, focusing on potatoes. So I think it's a big challenge for government of Midwest states. You know, that we need to do a lot. I know there's also the National Institute of Roots Research, you know, that was established in that area around 1976 or so to cater for things like that. I don't know what is happening with that research institute now, because there are so many varieties of potatoes, not just one. Yeah. So I think government should put in a lot of investment.
But do you think this investment is enough to attract young people?
Yeah, young people go into farming if they realize that there is support coming in terms of fertilizer, in terms of security, and in terms of minimum capital. You know, in order for them to be able to. A lot of people go into agriculture instead of riding Okada and going to ventures that are not actually adding much to the economy.
All right, Mikhail, your final take on this before we go.
Yes, kudos to those hardworking women, hardworking young men. I think that we must do our best to encourage young people to get involved, in agriculture. Government must adopt methods like mechanization. If we can help them to till their fields, to cultivate their fields, and then give them high-yield seedlings, more and more people will be encouraged, because the population of our farmers is an aging one. Look at that woman, she's been doing it for 20 plus years. That's Madam Agnes. And there are others like that, they are getting older. If we can get young people, and there are so many young people who are unemployed, they don't know when they will get a job. If we encourage them to take to farming, things will improve. Imagine, we have not been able to cultivate more than 9% of our entire arable land in Nigeria.
Wow.
We've not cultivated up to 9%. Is that not a personal, a big shame for our country? If Egypt or if Israel has the potential that we have, only God knows where they will be. Today, they don't have that potential, yet they are among the best countries in agriculture. When we talk about agriculture, we talk about Denmark, we talk about Israel. We have potential that are wasting away. Even our mountains are very, very fertile. You see trees. I went to Ikogosi. The mountain is lush green everywhere, just green. You can't even see what's on the mountain except the lush green vegetation. So we need to take advantage of what it has pleased God to bless us with. We need to do a lot more in the area of agriculture.
All right. Once again, well done, BKO, and thank you so much for your perspectives on the program today. Sadio, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for always. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. That's all on Journalist Hangout on Sunday. Join us tomorrow for the regular episode of the program at 5 p.m. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11:30. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji.